Hey everyone, Sydney here. I wanted to make a quick video to address the number one asked comment in the comment section right now, and that is how I hook up and daisy chain the mClassic and the 4K Gamer Pro to do all my captures. There's a few other questions I'll address as well in this video, so I hope you find this useful. Okay, first things first, let's talk about these two products. This is the mClassic by Marcel, and this is the 4K Gamer Pro, which just recently came out. This has been out for about a year or so, maybe a little longer. I participated in the crowdfunding of both of these products. They're really good products. I know there has been some doubters about the mClassic and what it does and what its capabilities are. I know on the website they advertise this as a 4K upscaler. That is only true when it comes to videos and Blu-rays. But when it comes to gaming, really all the mClassic does is do 1440p if your display supports it, meaning 2K basically. But it's really cool because it does support a lot of retro systems. So I believe it'll upscale to 1440p from something that is possibly 240p, 480p, 720p, etc., etc. And it'll even upscale some oddball resolutions from the testing I've done. So it's actually a really good product. I don't quite understand the problems people have had with it, but I like the mClassic. I think it's a great product for what it does. The other things that it does is this product will add a bit of anti-aliasing, smoothing, and it will up the saturation just a little bit. Nothing crazy, but it will up the saturation a bit. Enough to my liking, at least. It doesn't bother me that much. Now, the 4K Gamer Pro, this is the new product. As you can see here, it has a button right here where you can adjust the settings. Now, what this does is it adds a sharpening scale filter onto the image. And it has 3 ranges worth on the sharpening scale. So it's like basically low, medium, high. I personally do not like the high or medium option. I feel like the sharpening is too aggressive. Now, this is personal preference. Other people may actually like the sharpening that it does. Me personally, I keep it on low, and in all the capture videos that you've seen as of late, I keep this on low. So with that said, the other thing that this does, and really the main reason why I bought it, is this does what I wish the mClassic could do. This will upscale to 4K. And when I say it's a really good upscaler, it is an incredible upscaler, especially for what they're selling this for. I have had professional upscalers that cost upwards to $400 to $500, and the quality that this upscales to matches not only those high-end upscalers, but even my LG C1 OLED that has a really good internal upscaler, but obviously you have to buy the TV for it to do its magic, and it's very expensive. So I think for the price, and I think for the price of both of these, honestly, because I've heard critiques about both of these products and people think, is it really worth the money to buy these products? Personally, I think so. Now, obviously, there are better, or I wouldn't say better, but there are other optional products out there that do a fantastic job. Mike's RetroTink products are very good. I own a few myself, and I'm really excited for his 4K RetroTink to come out. I think that's going to be the end-all products, at least for me, because I play on a 4K display, so this product was something I was very interested in when I heard about it, because I love the mClassic. I really do love the things that it does. My only complaint about this was that it only went up to 1440p, and unless you have a monitor that supports it, or a TV, and not all TVs do, not even expensive, high-end brand name ones do. I had a Sony Bravia that happened to support 1440p, but I saw lots of people that had either Samsung, LG, or other high-end TVs that didn't support 1440p. So this was very hit or miss for some people. but this resolves what this can't do. And what's interesting about it, in my findings in using both of these products, what seems to happen is the way I daisy chain these products is I will take, and by the way, these are just HDMI extenders. You do not need these. Okay, this is totally optional. I use it just to increase the length of my daisy chain. You can absolutely just plug these products into one another and they'll work just fine. But basically, I plug the mClassic directly into whatever system I'm using. This is the Analog Super NT Retro SNES console. Like I said, I personally prefer using the HDMI extenders, just personally, because they just give me a little bit more length into what I'm doing here. And so I use these, but I daisy chain them the same way. So the mClassic into the system I'm plugging into, and then I plug the 4K Gamer Pro right into the mClassic, and it works just as so. And like I said, the only thing that I adjust is when these are plugged in, and these have to be USB powered, by the way. You'll see here, there's a USB thing here, and there's a USB thing right here. So they have to be USB powered, but once you have them powered, I set the sharpening scale on this to low, and basically I'm good to go. So that's all I do, and it works fine. I've had zero issues aside from one rare issue when I was using my modded PlayStation 1, which has the PlayStation Digital installed. There were a couple of games that I used that had some sound issues, and maybe some display issues. They were it only happened in like 1 or 2 or 3 games at most. And they were very oddball games. So for the most part, you should have zero issue, especially when you use this with systems like the Nintendo Switch, which this is really they really advertise this as a product to work with your Nintendo Switch. This will, now don't get that wrong though, this will work with anything, and I mean anything that outputs 1080p. So even if you have something, and that's another reason why I use the mClassic. If I was using a system that doesn't natively display 1080p, but I have it somehow hooked up to an HDMI out, you can hook it up to the mClassic, and what the mClassic will do is it'll either try to upscale it to 1440p, or it will default the resolution to 1080p, which, if you're wondering, so does this upscale from 1440p to 4K? I don't think it does. I think what this does is the 4K Gamer Pro forces the mClassic to go into 1080p mode. Then once this gets the 1080p signal, it then upscales it to 4K. So that's, from my knowledge, I believe that's how it works. So that is how I have things hooked up. Again, system. Now, again, the big thing that you have to remember here is your system has to support 1080p output, or it has to support a resolution that the mClassic can upscale it to 1080p. That is very important. If you don't have a 1080p signal for this 4K Gamer Pro to work with, nothing will work here. Like, you'll just not have an image that'll work for you to either hook up to a capture card or whatever display you're using. Nothing. The other thing I have to emphasize too is neither of these products do anything performance wise. So they will both upscale. This one will do sharpening scale. This will add smoothing and anti-aliasing and do a little bit to saturation, but that's it. These are really just products that are meant to upscale your image, which, for someone like me, who I play pretty much everything in 4K, it's actually a big deal for me. I find these products very useful. And again, I can't emphasize enough, for what they're selling, you may think, for one product, this seems like a lot of money, but I'm telling you, really good upscalers cost a lot of money. And the upscaling job that this product does is exceptional. It's my opinion, but if you look at my captures, the proof is in the pudding. And honestly, I encourage you guys to check out my captors. Even if my old captors of the mClassic without this did an excellent job of upscaling, smoothing, adding a little bit of anti-aliasing and a little bit of saturation. I thought this is, I still to this day think this is a great product. I only wish the whole time I was using this product, I just had wished this had upscaled to 4K. Now that this product is out, it does what it does the only thing I wish this product didn't do, which is upscale to 4K. Now, using both products in tandem is excellent. I get a little bit of sharpening from here, I get a little bit of smoothing and anti-aliasing from here, and the picture, in my opinion, is amazing. Now, don't get me wrong. If you just get this product, or if you just get this product, you'll be very satisfied with what you have. This is just, if you're just like, I just want a 4K upscaler, buy this product. This is an excellent product for doing that. If you don't care about 4K, but you want kind of the smoothing, a little bit of anti-aliasing, which their previous product, the mCable, did, this is a fantastic product. If you can afford it though, and you can get both of these products, now remember Black Friday is coming up, and I'm pretty sure both of these, maybe not this one, but I know for a fact the mClassic I've seen on sale during Black Friday. You can get these at a much discounted price. But if you have the money to spare, I personally think owning both of these right now until like Mike's 4K upscaler comes out, I feel like this is the best option. And I've tested it with the Dreamcast, all of my retro systems, the PS3. This will even work with newer systems. So maybe you want to save a little bit on or gain performance and use this to upscale instead of the systems themselves. Although I don't really think that's a taxing part for either the PS5 or the Xbox. But it is an option. It'll work, again, it'll work with anything that receives a 1080p signal or delivers a 1080p signal. This was compatible with it. So that is basically a breakdown of how I have my setup. Following this, I will put maybe a little bit of footage of how it, showing it in work. If you haven't seen my other videos, I'll also show footage of my actual display, because there were some people that were saying, I don't believe this is actually in 4K. And so I will actually show you in the menu on my TV, it is actually indicating it is getting a 4K signal. So anyways, my overall thoughts about both these products, like I said, is they're both excellent. I think they're worth the money. I think they do as what they advertise as. This one, again, I am not a fan of how aggressive the sharpening is on this, but the easy fix for that is just set it to the low setting, and to me it's fine. Just set it to the low setting. But there are some people that love to crank up that sharpening, so maybe this is the product for you. But yeah, that's it. Enjoy the rest of the video. I just want to thank everyone who's been watching my videos lately, the comments, all the views, the new subs. Thank you for joining this channel. I really appreciate it. Any of you who share my videos, I also really appreciate it. I've gotten a lot of love lately. I'm basically rebooting this channel and trying to bring as much content as I can to you guys. I just want to say how grateful and appreciative I am for anyone who views my videos, shares the videos, subscribe to the channel, like the videos, all that. I'm trying to get to 1K subs so we can have some more options on this channel, but I'm going to keep putting out content. If you have anything you'd like to see, let me know in the comment section down below. Also as well, if you have any more questions or just comments in general, let me know in the comments. I read every single comment, and so I'd love to hear from you guys. Anyways, I hope this video was helpful for you, and I'll see you on the next video.